Okay, my name is Daniel Theophilus Ko, and I report for Ku FM. I listened to you very clearly. You talked about teacher licensing process, and I want you to just talk about it a little bit, please.
Thank you very much for the question. If we look across the landscape of professions uh, and around the world, international best practice tells us that education is one of those areas that require not only going to school, acquiring the knowledge, but also bearing licensing to professionalize that occupation. And what we've seen in our dear country is that other professions, such as one in the health sector, have licensing. As professionals complete their program, they go to the board of licensing to be licensed for their profession, for the occupation for which they are now going to be working. And for the longest time in Liberia, we have not had that in place. Although on the books in the Education Act, we do have provisions for that. And we want to ensure that not only professionalizing the teaching system that is going to be important, but to add respect to the teaching profession. That folks can no longer look at teaching as something that they do because something good has not come along. That when a teacher is going to go to, teaching preparation program and earn a degree, that they have a pathway to their profession, where you start as a beginning teacher, you move to the next stage, and then you get from beginner, proficient to expert. That builds profession in that career line, and that's what this process is going to encourage.
Now, you said something. Is this something that you have crafted, you and your team, or it was in existence before, or you want to do this to give the teaching profession a good face?
This is policy that is on the books in the Education Act, but it has not been operationalized. So we are now operationalizing the teacher, moving forward with operationalizing the teacher licensing system.
Okay, my name is Daniel Theophilus Ko, and I report for Ku FM. I listened to you very clearly. You talked about teacher licensing process, and I want you to just talk about it a little bit, please.
Thank you very much for the question. If we look across the landscape of professions and around the world, international best practice tells us that education is one of those areas that require not only going to school, acquiring the knowledge, but also bearing licensing to professionalize that occupation. And what we've seen in our dear country is that other professions, such as one in the health sector, have licensing. As professionals complete their program, they go to the board of licensing to be licensed for their profession, for the occupation for which they are now going to be working. And for the longest time in Liberia, we have not had that in place. Although on the books in the Education Act, we do have provisions for that. And we want to ensure that not only professionalizing the teaching system that is going to be important, but to add respect to the teaching profession. That folks can no longer look at teaching as something that they do because something good has not come along. That when a teacher is going to go to, teaching preparation program and earn a degree, that they have a pathway to their profession, where you start as a beginning teacher, you move to the next stage, and then you get from beginner, proficient to expert. That builds profession in that career line, And that's what this process is going to encourage.
Now, you said something. Is this something that you have crafted, you and your team, or it was in existence before, or you want to do this to give the teaching profession a good face?
This is policy that is on the books in the Education Act, but it has not been operationalized. So we are now operationalizing the teacher, moving forward with operationalizing the teacher licensing system.
Okay, my name is Daniel Theophilus Cole, and I report for FM. I listened to you very clearly. You talked about teacher licensing process, and I want you to just talk about it a little bit, please.
Thank you very much for the question. If we look across the landscape of professions and around the world, international best practice tells us that education is one of those areas that require not only going to school, acquiring the knowledge, but also bearing licensing to professionalize that occupation. And what we've seen in our dear country is that other professions, such as one in the health sector, have licensing. As professionals complete their program, they go to the board of licensing to be licensed for their profession, for the occupation for which they are now going to be working. And for the longest time in Liberia, we have not had that in place. Although on the books in the Education Act, we do have provisions for that. And we want to ensure that not only professionalizing the teaching system that is going to be important, but to add respect to the teaching profession.
You and Mema Breeze, you took that money. Where the late boss he refused to give out the money before district number 10 know already. You will explain your get tired. I will fire you. Telling that the reason why I will fire you, I respected you, I call you sister-in-law. When you look at me, like in the fight for what you are enjoying, what you are benefiting from, I will never on committee. Just sat down there because of the position Fonati gave you. People decided to fight Fonati. Fonati was never in problem of Nukwe there. But because Nukwe fell within himself, that Fonati empowered you to go for him. And what Fonati lost his job today. Because of you. You one of them. Ellen. You don't know what I fought for. Say you now know I stood and fought for you. You go take money to sell to take me from capital building. You feel it. I will fight any at all. I will fight President Cooper. That one I pass around taking money and acting as you building DA headquarters. You, why me, Jerry Yobo, I will fight you. I will fight you. You just another crook. Musa Berete was jail for you. Let me tell you something today. Now what Musa Berete was finding a way to take you from CFC. And when I have a looking, Musa Berete took advantage of that situation to take you from CMC. Because he's got another crook. You better go back there and be Suzuka and go pay the money there. This is number 12. And you hear? Let Joseph Morgan go wrong campaign for you. I will wrong campaign against you. Every day the government making me popular. I let the way looking every day. Looking sorry for. I can get sorry for. You know who can get sorry for? The person that hungry and then can get sorry for. Since 2001, 2007, I put my hand, I got involved in politics. As the court district number 10, they will tell you that you're getting hungry. You know you're getting hungry. You think I'm going to go to Rachel Compare before I be on food to eat? Like Jacob DB. Jacob DB, you embarrass yourself. Are we desperate a few days? If you running up and down, she carry you and member breeze them. You take that money. Where the late boss say he refused to give out the money before they say the material go already. You will explain, you'll get tired. I will fire you. Telling that the reason why I will fire you, I respected you, I call you sister-in-law. When you look at me, like in the fight for what you are enjoying, what you are benefiting from, I was never on committee. Just sat down there because of the position Fonati gave you. People decided to fight Fonati. Fonati was never in front of Nukwe there. But because Nukwe fell within himself, that Fonati empowered you to go for him. And what Fonati lost his job today. Because of you. You one of them. Ellen. You don't know what I fought for. Say you now know I stood and fought for you. You go take money to sell to take me from capital building. You feel it. I will fight any at all. I will fight President Cooper. That one I passing around taking money and acting that she building DA headquarters. You, why me, Jerry Yobo, I will fight you. I will fight you. You just another crook. Musa Belete was jail on you. Let me tell you something today. That one Musa Belete was finding a way to take you from CFC. And when I have a looking, Musa Belete took advantage of that situation to take you from CMC. Because you got another crook. You better go back there and work and be super and go pay the money there. This is number 12. And you hear? Let Joseph Morgan go wrong campaign for you. I will wrong campaign against you. Every day the government making me popular. I let the way looking every day. Looking sorrowful. I can get sorrowful. You know who can get sorrowful? The person that hungry and then can get sorrowful. Since 2001, 2007, I put my hand, I got involved in politics. As the poor district number 10, they will tell you that you're getting hungry. You know you're getting hungry. You think I'm going to go to Rachel Pumbea before I be on food to eat? Like Jacob DB. Jacob DB, you just embarrass yourself. Are we desperate a few days? If you running up and down, she carry you and member breeze them. You take that money. Where the late boss say he refused to give out the money before they say the material go already. You will explain, you'll get tired. I will fire you. Telling that the reason why I will fire you, I respected you, I call you sister-in-law. When you look at me, like in the fight for what you are enjoying, what you are benefiting from, I was never on committee. Just sat down there because of the position Fonati gave you. And one independent will vote for me. And that time I will go back to all of them. I will tell them the reason why I'm going to the winning party.
Based on your timeline, wherever you're watching us from, Cool 91.9, Cool Radio Online, following us from across the world, and our YouTube channel as well. It's good to have you joining the Breakfast Info Companion program. The Morning Ride is here Mondays through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. as we rumble through national and global issues on this wonderful, wonderful platform. And it promises to be great again today. Stimulative and thought-provocative as we discuss critical national issues, and we walk the walk and talk the talk and help to shift the paradigm of our democracy. Without fear, without favor, undiluted truth I've said on this platform. I'm Wiki Brooks. As usual, Ambassador Vi is alongside, and Chris Williams sits and controls the sounds and video on this wonderful, wonderful day. We took a break to be right back this morning.
I will run as an independent candidate for the presidency, and in the second round, I will support the ruling party. Oh, you're going to start saying the way I come on that. Because you're going to go to the money making people. You don't know how I get over it. You don't know money making people. You're going to start saying the way I come on that. Because if I'm not seeing the sincerity in The reason why we're going to the ruling party, I don't want to have this in the ruling party. I'm supporting them going and go to I don't need to see them. But the wrong must be liberated. If the opposition is not coming to liberate the wrong, they do not have a support. I don't say everything you're thinking about. I'm going to say I have to do it. So I mean, the people in the opposition, the people are suffering, they get back. Challenge, I mean, members keep suffering them. The people are being suffering. If I don't see them in the opposition, I will run as an independent candidate for the presidency, and in the second round, I will support the ruling party. Oh, you better start saying the game come on that. Because you're going to go to the money making camp. You don't know how to get over it. You don't know money making camp. You better start saying the game come on right now. Because if I'm not seeing the sincerity in the opposition to come and liberate the people, I see criminals that want to come root and then people support. You're not going to support. You're not going to support. And what I'm going to ask for independent candidate must support us. Will vote for me. And that time, I will go back to no problem of Nukwe there. But because Nukwe failed within himself, that Fonati empowered you to go for we just a few days. It's running up and down. She carry you and member breeze there. You took that money. Where the late boss he refused to give up the money before they say number 10 go already. You will explain, you'll get tired. I will fire you. Telling that the reason why I will fire you, I respected you, I call you sister-in-law. When you look at me, like in the fight for what you are enjoying, what you are benefiting from, I was never on committee. You sat down there because of the position Fonati gave you. People decided to fight Fonati. Fonati was never in front of Nukwe there. But because Nukwe failed within himself, that Fonati empowered you to go for him. And what Fonati lost his job today. Because of you, you one of them. Ellen, you don't know what I fought for. Say you not know I stood and fought for you. You go take money to sell to take me from capital building. You feel it. I will fight any at all. I will fight President Cooper. That one I passing one taking money and acting that she building DA headquarters. You why me, Jerry Yobo, I will fight you. I will fight you. You just another crook. Musa Berete was jail for you. Let me tell you something today. Now what Musa Berete was finding a way to take you from CFC. And when I have a looking, Musa Berete took advantage of that situation to take you from CMC. Because you got another crook.
You know, there are a couple of things to talk about. And some of these things are currently unfolding into our culture. You know, we have had this also a talk at the Capitol building, the John Chimmer. And I hope Liberians are listening. And if you do your calculation, we are now talking about 70 months. The legal system have not been able to conclude on this matter. And the matter seems to be left in limbo, where folks who are accused, some are behind bars, while others are walking scot-free, enjoying the benefits, and a whole lot. Some of them are representatives of various districts across the country who still enjoy taxpayer salary that they receive benefits and all of these things. And this is where we are. You got thousands of pre-trial detainees. Folks who are languishing behind bars for years. Some have died. Some were never tried. They spent years. They were released. And some of the allegations are still hanging on them. They've been stereotyped in communities and other places. Then we come back. You know, Liberians are told to trust the justice system. And that should be the case. Then we asked, how are we trusting the justice system? Now you come to think about this case with the former Minister of Finance. It's all in the justice cycle. Minister Twe. He was acquitted. And today, the asset recovery team have asked him to appear to answer questions on the handling of over 20 million intended for rights. How did it go? Is the government creating all of the avenue just to have this man convicted? And if so, what do it, will it be a precedent case or something set as a deterrent that those who sit in authority will answer questions for the stewardship tomorrow? Or this could just be a political case? Now we're hearing investigation on the jurors that acquitted former Minister Samuel Twe, that they were being tampered with. And you know, most of the time, that's why we sit and continue to tell government on this platform. When you have people who cannot afford to go after cases that involve millions of dollars, and folks who are financially strong, it's difficult to get the kind of a result to set the standard. Manipulation, intimidation, all of these things will normally take place. Today, the CDC has accused the Boakai administration of offering $275,000 bribe to convict Samuel Twe. And all of these things are happening right within our judicial cycle. Do we respect the court? Do we honor them? Do we trust them? Is the system working? Are these people well paid? That cases cannot be tampered with. How do we make the selection of jurors? We hear a report. Restricted area forms are not allowed but allow. Imagine somebody who have never held 500 United States dollars before. Will be offered 1,000 or more. How were these people selected? Then look at our legal system. Are we having selective justice and the way things been off? You know, is the system pampering certain group of people? You know, what is actually happening? Let's look at Liberia, folks. This morning, verge of all of the kind of feeling and thinking you want to have. These lawmaker in question that we're talking about, 17 months. As it relates to this matter. Today, the Supreme Court has halted this entire process. You had the former speaker, Jonathan Fonati Kofa, and 13 others who are to stand trial for what took place at the Capitol building 17 months ago. This also an attack is being halted by the Supreme Court. We are told that the delay is by torture allegation, delayed by this banner jury. 1 minute when they select, they say no, these people know the other person that ain't no. It's the same with the Samuel Tour kids, the jury. How were they selected? And now we're hearing that they were bribed, they were tampered with. And there's an investigation ongoing to know exactly what went wrong. Because we must be asking ourselves, is the system working? Who is tampering with the system? Is it because of the low pay that we're getting so many results? And somebody were asked, why are these folks stay outside? These were folks that were investigated, invited by the Liberian National Police, investigated and charged. Initially, they were called people of interest. Later, they became suspect. From there, they were charged. But yet, you still have Jacob Dibi as a sitting representative of Grand County. He takes his salary, benefits, and all of these things. You got Abu Kamara, Abu Benda Kamara, a sitting representative of District 15, Masurata County. You got Dixon Sibo, and you got Honorable Fonati Kofa. But yet, the other folks are behind bars. We look at the system. Liberians are asked to abide by the laws. to respect our judicial system, which is always good in any country. The Liberian come back to ask where we are with this matters. Let's look into the matter. 17 months. If the government or the Supreme Court do not have any matter or any authentic evidence against these people, it is time that they conclude this matter. Because if you look at the 17 months we're talking about, taxpayer money being used in the process. Who pays for that? How long do we go through this matter? Samuel 12 were tried. Long money was spent. At the end of the day, he was acquitted. And a new matter now I'm open on him. It's our legal system. Are we talking about loopholes? You know? Because there are a lot of other cases. But this time that should be concluded. You got land cases, rape, murder, domestic violence, and a whole lot. But yet, thousands, if not millions of dollars are spent on these cases with these high-profile individuals. What is the system telling us? That based on your portfolio, if you are charged, you can walk around. Did the government fail to provide substantial evidence, facts against these people? Then we are 17 months. Samuel 12 are taking all years plus. He was acquitted. We were talking about 6.2 million. And after a long period, the jury decision came that this man was not guilty. He was celebrated. Today, the asset recovery team with the UNA investigation is now inviting him to answer some questions. And the CDC have alleged that over 200,000 were used to bribe jury. But yet, is the government creating matter on herself? Can we now redefine the right? The focus, the finances to places of concern and interest into health, into education, infrastructure, communication, transportation. Other than going after these matters at the end of the day where Liberians are waiting home and abroad and foreign nationals waiting to see how the cases are adjudicated, and at the end of the day you hear the Supreme Court pull hot to this proceeding. They leave this. You know, there are two things. If you go to court, either you are convicted or acquitted. That's just the two. But why do we take long with these cases? You know, why is the system being this slow? Is it that government will create matters and don't have the kind of facts? Because the court will not manufacture any no evidences. Those who are accused will be able to present where we are. We were told that Tue and his co-defendants acted on their own. They took millions. At the end of the day, there were folks who were convicted, and he was acquitted. How did this happen? How? When folks said, no, we took instruction from the minister. We got order from the former president. Today, there are folks who are now behind bars for the awesome attack. You know, there are too many cases. What is actually going on with our legal system? I want us to picture this thing today and take politics out of it. Is it based on the low paid? And it is not just with this government. There are a lot of high profile cases at the end of the day. Liberians were looking for the outcome. And you just hear, you know, when these cases come about, ears are all open, eyes, and you hear it is before the Supreme Court. Sometimes it's before the lower court. When judgment ran up, people take appeal to the highest court in the land. They get to the higher court, they are delayed. We saw with the access required, there was plenty of time when this issue of investigation of gracious right, Supreme Court had a stay order on the asset recovery. Liberians started to ask. Later lifted. We have still not gotten anything yet. You want to hear that the other person being called. What is happening to our legal system? We saw $100 million worth of drugs got to this country. Not a single person today were ever convicted in the process. Shipping line. What was in the manifesto? What did they declare? Who cleared the container? International partners help us to tell us what was coming to Liberia. We could not have anything. Those who were accused, charged, investigated, government failed at the time. That was under the watch of former President George Weah. Those folks were claimed at the search and seizure. 200,000 United States dollar was seized. Before the folks left to deliver it at Central Bank, 30,000 got missing. When those who were accused, when they were acquitted, the court ordered the government of Liberia at the time to return the money. And when the folks went for the money, they could not receive the 200,000. They received 170,000. 30,000 got missing. Central Bank had to show receipt. This is what we took delivery of. And that's how the system been. Today, go to bureau courts. Land cases are there. Some of our magistrates judges are rendering decisions on their own thinking and liking. What is happening to our legal system? That we will have all of these cases. But yet, and this is the sad part, go to prison facilities and ask how long some of the folks they are there. You hear somebody telling you, oh, we got owing $50. Or they fought. These men were accused of rape, murder, armed robbery, theft of property. And some of the things, allegedly we are told, there are times folks with the financial strength will go to the court, tell the judge or whoever presiding that, look, when this person comes, just send them straight to South Beach. Send them to this place. And they receive what receive. Upon arrival, you are sentenced. No, we'll try you. Go to the South Beach this morning. Go to Maggie County, Grand Bassa, Maryland. All of the correctional policies are. Go and see the number of folks who are there who have never been tried. And we have in but sometimes go and see some of the charges on these people. These are things that the judicial system expected to just look into. Okay, guilty or not guilty. See how far we have come with these kids. 17 months. And the Supreme Court cannot finally rule into this matter and halting the process. What went wrong? Y'all acquit these people that they did not commit the crime. Because as it stands, these are folks who are charged. But these are folks who still represent and they walk in scot-free. And taxpayer money, the one who sells in Raleigh. The young man who drives the motorbike that been coerced to register, insure, and pay the taxi driver. Those folks are Waterside, Douala, in Kakata, Lofa, and other places that are told to register their businesses. And these monies are used to pay these lawmakers. These are charged people. Come to think about it, what part of the world do you see these things happening? These are folks who Liberians were told. So if the government failing to provide the kind of facts or evidence against these people, you release the people. The Supreme Court must be bold enough, because the Supreme Court fingers were pointed at the Supreme Court again in the long delay and the saga that led to the removal of former Speaker Jonathan Fonati-Kofa. At the end of the day, they kept sending the people back. Y'all go read your horse rule. Y'all go read your horse rule. Only to find out at the end of the day, a ruling came that he was illegally removed and he was restored and he resigned. And the former president, Ellen Johnson, said the Supreme Court was part and parcel of the process, because it led the slow pace of making decisions on some of these hard cases led to the Ulster attack. Nobody. You got few individuals who were charged that behind bars. And today, we are asking international partners as well as capturing in the national budget for the renovation of the John Chamber. Come to look at these things. And you want the people to believe that they should trust the system. What is the system taking all of the long time? We're talking about 17 months. And there are a lot of investigations to be done into our legal system. Honorable Yega Kolobanai is accusing the Chief Justice. His case is before them. That he having meetings with the president to not rule in his favor. The legal system being accused yesterday, today, and we just don't know tomorrow. What do we do to turn the system around? What is happening? Why are we having too many people behind bars and yet to be tried? Too many folks. And some of the major cases, things that affect, just imagine, look, this is the most terrible part of it. All the war the people fought in this country, those they brought from up interior and other places, never destroy that day. Only because of dissatisfaction, people chose to have that place destroyed. Yeah, you see, the Liberia National Fire Service conducted her own investigation, and they said it was not electrical fault. It was deliberate. It was also an attack. That report was rejected. But then those who were accused, they are now charged. We appeal to international partners to bring experts to help in the investigation when they came. All of what they took following the investigation, they said also on the top. They kind of smoke. There were explosions. There were a lot of things used in the process. And we stay at this till 17 months. So many government cannot produce anything against these people. And why these people are charged, they still being paid. These are folks who still being paid. You still pay these people. You buy them vehicles. You give them gas coupons. You pay their office staff. But they are charged for committing a state crime. What is our legal system taking us? What is going wrong with some of these things? Then why do we have thousands of folks? And you got other folks who are accused that were charged today, some of them are behind bars into the same matter. The same thing with the summer tour kids. All of the folks that were accused and later charged, tried, you go to acquit one or two individuals, then the other folks convicted. What happened to the legal team representing all of the folks? How did we arrive that people, you try these people, the other men free? What went wrong? Who took instruction from who? Because Liberians still need to be told some details. Now, the answer requirement thing is saying, oh, it's time you gotta answer a question again. Is the government finding all of the means to have this man convicted? That we hear he acquitted verdict were based on bribery. The jury were tampered with. Investigation ongoing. How were they selected? And this is the same with this arson attack. When they make selection of the jury, they say, no, the other person, no, the other person. Look. It's something that must be carefully looked into. You know, we don't want war. We don't want any problem in this country. The system must work for the people. Look at the number of lane cases. Some of the poor people today cannot even stand going to the court. They left their works. Where that works? Where that works? Let's take this break. And let me take a sip of my coffee this morning.
When you're talking, I will call you over so you can tell us where you really explain beyond that. Fuck our 4 in the line. That's like we go that day. Small. Who could tie? Who could tie? Soko could tie. Soko could tie. Soko could tie. Soko could tie. Sokotaya. Hukotaya. Sokotaya. Now you Hukotaya. No. Now me Hukotaya. No. Hukotaya. Sokotaya. Hukotaya. Sokotaya. Hukotaya. No. Hukotaya. No. Everything I will do, we are professional people. Not yesterday, when you go in the corner, you do your arrest, go to all this direction, and then the harassment. Beating people on the streets is not part of us. We're working for the citizen. So when we go on the field, we arrest the guys, arrest them politely. When you go down there, you fight that man. Just already finish it, man. Then you fight the man. You know what will happen to you next? When you kill that man, my brother, we will summon you to court. He is not telling you to go and beat somebody. He is not telling you to go on the street to take people food.
You are our last messenger. Go and tell them that this is what we will do.
Emmanuel George, I'd like to say thank you this morning and thank for your extensive investigation into that concession era. It constrained the country. Thank you.
Thank you
for having you this morning.
Thank you, Wiki, for also allowing the people voice to pass through me.
Always.
Okay.
You're welcome. Let's take this break to be right back.
It's a result of the brain surgery that took place that Thursday night on the 12th. You understand? Now, at the end of it, the Jackson asked to sleep at the hospital. The doctor said two things to her. One, they didn't have space in the emergency in the ICU, so they could not move her there. So they're going to keep her in the post-trauma unit, in the post.
People were signed to things and they do not live up. And nothing is done. We got all of the landmark cases. All. You wanna hear Supreme Court pull out to this. But yet, go and see how many folks are behind bars, yet to be tried. Some of the folks, they get so ill and they are released. At times, they receive call. Oh, this person have died. It's when people go. We're all being tried. This is where we find ourselves. And all these issues. Look at our legal system. Where are the leakages? How do we fix it? Because, you bring the country whole attention to some of the cases. People want to see. They want to hear what's going to happen. And all of these things. Where do we go from here? All of the cases before our legal system, is it that they are unpaid? Selecting jury, they say, oh no, the jury been tampered with. How is the system actually working? Let me take this break.
go take people's phone. We're not telling you go into my liquor shop and go drink the go in the bar. You go and enjoy yourself. You have my sack clear? Yes, sir. You have my sack clear? Yes, sir.
Great question, and I will help answer that question. We're going nowhere. They're not helping.
What?
They are not helping.
Are you telling us?
The judicial system of our country is not helping, because if they are fast tracking certain cases and leaving certain ones, it brings a lot of questions to mind.
And these cases that we are measuring, it costs millions of dollars to go through the trial.
Sure.
You know how many lawyers government pay? Taxpayer money being used. Then at the end of the day,
like you mentioned earlier on, the disbandment of the jury board have happened on several occasions. The last time they asked them to relocate the case from outside Montserrat
because they want public sentiment into it.
And
all of these things cost money.
Every time they schedule the case, that money. Every time. And we seem to be not going nowhere. And in
the question is, who accounts for these things at the end of the day?
The judicial system make people believe that they are interested in certain cases.
Yeah, because and the way they will bring the case to the public, everybody got that kind of interest in one. You ran after Samuel 12. That means everybody hard at the time.
Everybody follows the case to the end.
Yeah.
Why are other cases still dragging? You see?
They won capital bidding 17 months. And the part of the Ambassador, you got some folks who are in jail.
Yeah, they're not put outside.
But the folks who are in jail are folks who were charged. And the folks who are outside, they are also charged. But yet, these are people who stay taking pay.
Sure.
People who, because a criminal investigation.
Going nowhere.
We are not saying that they are convicted, but these are folks who are charged. Why are they outside?
And the pastor moved to it, they outside working.
And taking pay, especially with taxpayer money.
But other people will be accused that they didn't want this.
And the leadership of the national legislature don't see anything wrong with it to take action. Nobody call any people to book.
Nobody.
They have never even put it on the floor so easily to have it discussed. Maybe they are talking passively.
The men who everybody asking to get involved in cases, who was involved in the Yoruba cases or your case, nobody hearing him talk about this thing. He's aware.
We hear Honorable Yega Kolba now has accused his colleagues of taking money to removing that matter. You should expect the leadership to take charge of that matter now to have investigation. That's what we talk about our legal system. You got a judicial committee from both houses. Are they interested in this? Or they just sit based on the side? This is not a good picture for our country. $100 million war for drugs came to this country.
Yeah.
Our international partner got so ashamed. You heard Michael McCarthy before he left. He spoke on it. He said they couldn't get over it. Interpol, the United States, other folks help us today. Yeah. Not a single person.
Yeah. And today nobody should talk about it. Because as soon as they talk about it and call the regime, they say, oh, is he there? I wish one they won't bring it. But it's not helping this country move forward. And the judicial system is very much important.
And
every time we've been accused of detainees overstaying And it's against their right.
Absolutely nothing comes out of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's against their right.
Okay, let's take this break quickly.
You better go back there and knock on this super and go pay the money in there. Day number 12. But we just spend a few days. If you money up and down, she carry you and member prison. You took that money. Where the late boss say he refused to give out the money before this number 10 go already. You will explain, you'll get tired. I will fire you. Telling that the reason why I will fire you. I respected you. I call you sister-in-law. When you look at me, like in the fight for what you are enjoying, what you are benefiting from, I was never on committee. Just sat down there because of the position Fonati gave you. People decided to fight Fonati. Fonati was never in problem of Nukwe there. But because Nukwe fell within himself, that Fonati empowered you to go for him. And what Fonati lost his job today. Because of you. You one of them. Ellen. You don't know what I fought for. Say you now know I stood and fought for you. You go take money to sell to take me from capital building. You feel it. I will fight any at all. I will fight Priscilla Cooper. That one I passing around taking money and acting that she building DA headquarters. You, why me, Jerry Yobo, I will fight you. I will fight you. You just another crook. Musa.
And sometimes some of them be abandoned down by the family.
So, they be abandoned.
You know, when you go to jail, you know, jail recently, we saw how Prophet Q at their trial.
Oh.
So that, you know, then the question comes, how are we arriving at some of these cases and speedily trying it?
Yeah.
And coming to conclusion. Then we look at some major cases, you hear, and you put it to the people's ears. That millions of dollars remain stole.
Yeah.
Then we take 2-3 years on that case.
Is
it because the folks are unpaid? You send people to go investigate somebody that is worthy.
Yeah.
Then you pay the man 400, but the man is going to a man that worth 3, 4, 5 million. Are we serious?
So the issue, I want to mention the Bon Jara case.
Yes.
Even a little boy who has been sodomized, today he's still there crying. What's the outcome today? The peachability case with the issue of drugs and arms issues, still there. There are several other cases that Liberian thought that it
don't even go to the land cases.
No, they leave that. So that one is very huge. There are a lot of folks in jail currently. You see. Then this current case with the former finance minister, some of the jurors are now confessing that phone enter
restricted areas.
Having communication. Where were these people?
How the first thing in Basel, how were these people selected? We're hearing that some of the jurors, they knew him. They knew people. The phones were taken to restricted areas. They were in conversation.
So they were always informing the defense team as to where the case is,
well,
where they are.
From the local team, what some of the pundits are saying, their government feel, because that means the system is so weak.
And you know that Arthur Johnson, one of the seasoned lawyers of Liberia, very much first. He knows how to dot the R across the T.
No, he's one of Liberia's legal luminaries that stood.
So we have legal information, it's just a Waterloo for him.
Then they're telling us, indicates that the person acquitted and the other put the sentence.
Yeah.
But all of them have one legal thing.
Yeah. Now the same lawyer is going now to see the interest of other people who are being guilty. Then the outside public crying, let it be so. Probably things will happen somewhere, more evidence will come out. You know, if I say, look, I was usually sent to one of those who help students in this country. In all form. From the police, from the LDA, the custom folks, the AFL, Every one of them should help to straighten this country.
I got high respect for our legal system, but there are a lot of questions that need to be answered. You know, I was so amazed and astonished at the time to have seen the full bench of the Supreme Court for Preveki.
Yeah.
See, people, you know, but we saw the Sabah money case, how long it took when they say the other person here or the person travel, the other person sick.
Yeah.
You go to the other case, the same delay led to the burning of the John Chimba.
Yeah,
You heard former President Ellen Johnson said when she said the Supreme Court panel, they matter because somebody took a plea to you. He said, you go by go read your rule. Go read your rule and people put fire together and say that burning plea. Nobody will sit down here.
Start using all sort of words that need
Auto fire, yeah, go back and later you come back. And you did a ruling after the damage was done.
And
It cost the people millions of dollars.
They are one of the most powerful people of the country.
Yes.
The lawmakers. Talk about former Speaker Kofa. He's a big man in this country. You held a big position. You can tell what other wine. I understand money back to that.
But what you just said like that,
He can tell what other wine.
you know how many budget that man control? Don't forget, he was deputy speaker before becoming speaker.
Sure.
So he stayed a wealthy man.
This character maneuvered his way in the United States before. Remember, he was in Orange Johnson.
That man
before.
went to jail in America convicted.
Okay. Then that's small like Liberia.
But yeah, they said the man, they charged the man and they said the man must be walking around.
Okay.
The man was charged and put behind bar in America.
Okay. Then Liberia.
Liberia said the man should walk around and receive his money. What happened to the
The
system?
man doing the test.
If government knows that they don't have anything substantial against these people, you release them.
I think
Because we can't be spending the money.
I think those are what the past administration were doing. When they know they get good evidence against you, they leave you to your thing. You want to hammer you?
Yeah.
The 100 million kids saying no evidence, everybody go.
If that's the part of it, I know how much it costs for these cases to be heard or looked into. And I know the burden, I know the kind of people that pay for these things. You and myself, yeah. You got motorcyclists instead in the order, go register, buy and show it. You got taxi driver. You got the poor woman who sells in Red Lake, Douala, Ominga, and other places. These are the folks who are even more committed paying taxes than the people that we're measuring.
Sure.
These people are not people who can pay taxes. They got license plates. They take it and share it. Only because they don't want to register the car. They give you a plate, which is a set for the front and the back. You take it, you put one on your wife car, and you put one on your car. Only because you don't want to go through the process. But today, you will find the people chasing the motorcyclists. Go register that. Why you get a helmet? You ride with slipper.
Right.
Why is the system not working for everybody?
Yeah. Why?
Why?
Is it the law?
Look at the kind of cases that we've been having over the period of time.
Yeah. And I think these are the cases that the full bench of the Supreme Court need to sit on and fast track and let's get it to the end of it. Instead of keeping these cases upon. On a serious note, the judicial system is also slowing down the growth of this country.
But that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And they want the people to respect and trust the system. We are urging the people to respect and trust the system. But the system must work.
The system should work.
Not individual.
You see? The system
And
needs to
these
work.
people came and made the law on the book. And you can't turn it around.
Why aren't they following it?
Yeah.
Why is it being perceived to be selective? Why? It works for certain people. It doesn't work for other people. Why? That's not what the law was made for. And
You don't allow the tax. You know,
small.
the taxpayer money should not be spent loosely with all result.
Those money can go to other things.
Like I told you.
Development.
When they know money in the cases, they drag it take years. One fire case, 117 more.
Yeah.
Supreme Court now pull hot to it.
But when I one case where they say they abuse,
They said somebody called somebody.
fast track the case.
Everybody went. They were seated.
Well, the case where they said somebody said something that they don't say as a lawmaker, they fast track that issue today. He's now a lawmaker.
There you get there accusing them.
Yeah.
They ain't calling him.
Yeah. What about why should they just let Chima
If
get involved in the matter and say, hey, today?
If the most senior and most powerful legal person in the country is accused of bribery,
Why?
it is a clear picture on the Supreme Court or the legal system. Are they not concerned about these things? That they have picked the picture out there now. These are folks who are not transparent. These are folks who will not do. I just hope they will not come for us.
Well, inside. Because it hurts the country. It's hurting the country.
It's time we go to the lines. 830 0775 919 919 0880 919 919. This is the morning ride, and we are taking a picture and a look at our judicial system this morning. Please stick to all of what been discussed. Come on.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Police Wiki Good and Nathaniel Park.
Yeah, Fasu.
Yeah, thank you so much for the standing recognition. I call for national channel in TV with a view. I think the topic is called on your widely listened to platform is very touching. So the judicial system plays cardinal role. Council is responsible government. No government can flourish. You know, we are
Yeah, because that's the only thing that can even attract investors, because they want to know the rule of law. Nobody want to invest in a country where things are just loose.
That's the cause of the matter. But to get investor confidence, your rule of law system, your rule of law.
Yeah, because the people we look now, if somebody, dip their hand into the cookie jar, who will come for it? Whether the person will be prosecuted or not. So you gotta come to a system where it's in order.
Yeah, so the man can be investment and somebody go and the man money.
Yeah.
So the system is going to be very the legal system. When you have the legal system, plenty of people on cases, landmark cases, they raise the red flag.
100 million drugs, I think something like 6.2 million. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. With the judicial system or grab of people on landmark cases, they raise the red flag. Yeah, that's why people say some of these cases when you those being or instructor or those defendants when you deal with that cases, sometimes they create room for the evidence to be.
Yeah, you create loopholes for manipulation.
Those who are
You're talking about you investigating somebody for millions of dollars, and you allow them to just be walking around. Yeah.
You keep somebody who's been in jail for 6 months, you keep them for 1 year, 6 months. Why? Someone's been for 2 years, you keep them in jail for 5 years.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Your life. Let's talk to this caller on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
All the best time I see is the information brought about too long for online that some juror confessed that they received cell phone and they received cash. That's on trash. You can call to the calling the head of communication and division justice. They have condemned that. Therefore, people coming to this platform, I think they should go and do some fact check. Not all of those misleading comments, but in this country, people just want to see all of people.
No. You're getting things wrong. When you hear the people responding to these things, is because they don't want the public to see that the system is bad or something went wrong. But they are carrying on investigation with the jurors. So that's that be.
I just said to you, Wiki, I just said to you, the information.
No, please go to the point and stop. We did not come here for argument. No, you got no information.
But how can those who were guilty say they want retrial? Then you say that trash.
No, he got information, so he called. Good morning. When I finish the show today, I will call you. I will give you breakfast today. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, good morning to our many listeners. My name is Mother Daddy, and I'm going to conversation on issue this. We keep the issue about judicial system and that or our leaders. You know, you cannot have men who doesn't establish well who come like honestly in the world. You don't have the capital to prosecute a criminal. You will never get a good for such judicial system. Because the fact that they say after Johnson now requested starting point when George Brown was president, former President George Brown time like for after recovery. He was the president for the legal council for Standard 12. So the future now, there are some issues that they are pushing now of being careful with. I think the government was to protect those guys who send them to represent the government who prosecuting the criminal cases. Because those guys were accused and no Nigerian talk at Standard 12 who are both scot-free to say, hey, now you are not able to do it.
No, it is not that the former minister by all means, should be convicted. We are saying if government is failing to, because there are other cases too. We're looking at other people who are behind bars for just very simple things.
Yeah. And the first thing is
you take 2-3 years on one case at the end of the day, nothing other eight. Then you get people, they say the people are fighting.
You carry up, yeah, then you carry the same day you prosecuted and somebody that went and somebody bought it, went to the person and they gave the person. We know that this is the law, but the fact that it's a selected job there, how understand it in Nigeria. Because you can file the capital legal case aiming for over 17 months, up to down. But a man who went and attacked.
They have not even investigated that case to conclude, but they put money in the budget for the renovation. Yeah. Then they have gone to China and other places asking to kind of help them.
They show temper.
Where is this?
Mr. Lawrence went to China.
Yeah.
To the fund. She informed them.
She informed them to bring help there. Where is this? Okay. We just looking at the system, not that we're condemning it. Good morning.
Good morning, weekend.
Good morning, Bobby. No. Not all of women who go pray the other day. But we saw the people. All of them were in the sack order because they were personally they were hurt. We agree. And you can handle that matter to that level. What happened to them kind of case?
The one that hurting the citizens, the one that hurting the people at last.
Right, all the prosecutors, man, because the men are lawyer, because fanatic over a lawyer, but their lawyer is charged.
Yeah.
The men are suspect. The man is charged. What happened right here? And this is one of the most political cases in this country that should be investigated. Clear these people out if they are not.
Yeah.
17 months. If you have your child 17 months, your child thought you will be feeling good. Nobody tell you go convict the people.
Trust the justice system, but they need to do more.
They need to speed up. There are some cases that must be. Look, government needs to invest more into the system, and that when they are accusing people, they should have sufficient evidence that will speed up the trial.
Yeah.
Other than charging people, then you still looking for facts or evidences against the people.
Yeah.
It costly.
The system should work for the people.
It costly. And you know you never had anything substantial against these people. Why are we taking that long? 17 months? Then you talk about renovating the area. You have not even told the Liberian people to what extent the damage that is done, the cost. How much we lost. How much with all of what were there. Whether that identical area historically had things that belong to this country that got destroyed, that we cannot recover. (0775-919-919). Let's talk to this caller on the line. Good morning.
And the justice system should help the country.
Yeah, that's what we need.
It depends on the justice system. That's not a fact.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
We appreciate you reaching out for the talk this morning. Something what I got to say, our leaders have shown us that it's just better to enter into government and then steal enough of money and then use the money at the end of the day to defend yourself. Because it's what we see most of our past government officials are doing. Most of those corruption allegation cases that have been level existing, when they go to the court, they use money to defend themselves. And then at the end of the day, our justice system assumes to us that the justice will only be done, or let the justice be done to the rich. Because the poor don't have justice in that period.
Go to the prison facility the morning, you hear somebody say the man will only maintain so the man is behind by more than 10 months.
But for key cases that government has, that court government is spending a lot of money, those cases are just at the court and then the judge.
Your players said together in full bench to sit down to talk to go prosecute somebody for cussing.
So they just starting for we do that coming out that monitoring it just start. So thank you so much.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. We'll talk to this caller on the line. You're live.
Good morning, we keep breaking up.
Good morning, Josiah.
Thank you for the chance to talk to on the Chicago down. Members of the United Party of the Champion. We gave 2 different players football that drew my attention. I see why I come to understand why. Okay, like I watch a show completely.
No, but I'm sure. That the real name of about watch the show.
Yeah. So I come to understand it because I started laughing. Wicked. I see a 5% from the school. They meet answer. The signature to the account of government account that they spread the sign of what to be dispersed to the FIA. They draw telling you that they are wicked. The other guys that receive there, the acting they are the ones guilty. They will ask ourselves.
Yeah.
So the target, these guys are guilty for, they imply to the fee videos.
The people continue to say that the man is told instruction from.
Yeah.
It's a criminal conspiracy against our back. But the man against our
The man said he told instruction from the president. Then the other person told instruction from the man. I don't know because they stay in the country. Thank you, Jota. You see, let's go back to Brandon Samugaki. This man was tried, convicted, later sentenced with the co-defendants were suspended. Then the man was pardoned. Convicted criminal, the government said they will credit the money so they will pay. Then the man will be paying later. You crediting criminal money, a man who was convicted?
Then the man won the election.
Then the man won election, then he brought back the case. You know, we tend to just overlook some things and then make it look like it's simple, but this is not simple. How is the system working? What is happening? What is actually happening?
The justice system needs to help this country.
That's the only place that can improve Liberia.
Because the only area of people afraid to do wrong. I'm not saying people will not go there when things are right. You go there to defend yourself.
Let me talk to Matthew Williams. Matthew, good morning.
Ricky, how are you?
I can't complain.
Man, what's up, man? Yeah, Ricky, I called a way in for this discussion this morning. We were here, Ricky, a few years ago, as the Bola Police said 10 years ago. We had this case with Eddie Snow and the late Chubaki and Usini Kamara, that $4 million case. But then I just entered the University of Bureau, we saw that case was one of the case around here. Today, Chubaki and Eddie Snow, they all walked out of court that they were not found guilty. They were not guilty of the money. Today, give have another case. It's not about summer 12. The fact is, the government want to know why they shoot that the money was mismanaged. And after that, summer the money is better than
Right? Yeah.
But then, the 3 person will go back to the Supreme Court and request. But my own test began, I got a report, and I keep saying it, that we're probably at 2 places. The capital building and the Supreme Court. They are the problem in the country. They won't want me, they want me.
Yeah.
There are people who don't have integrity. They listen to president.
The people go to you for ruling interpretation and then you say, y'all go by and go read your own thing.
Yeah. Then you make it confusing to them.
Then when they go by, when they read, they interpret it to themselves, confusion increase the money, then they run back to you and say, y'all go back.
So we cannot be afraid. They put the civil servant, if I was not a civil servant going to steal that money, they will go to your house and pour a chair in jail. But people can just steal out the judgment of people, but you know what I like? The power says anything get out the judgment of people, you can never enjoy it. Look at weapon in Hill, but the marshal, is that the bigger chairman over? Is he Ellis House? After Ellis Base here looking at, I can people you steal money, that's not for you, and you take it in a family, God will punish you with about years.
Okay.
Friday. You saw the I'm not sure looking for you were not happy, but we got part of it.
All right, Matthew. All right. You know, let's get something. Nobody is saying that by all costs that these people must be convicted. But we're asking, what is happening to the legal system? It said that we are having poor people running after rich people for prosecution and they are tampered with. And if so, can the government now see need to improve the welfare of these people who are sitting at our courts? Because these kind of landmark cases all around the world. In fact, it's no joke.
These are serious cases. And other countries handle the cases with seriousness.
Just in Nigeria, they send them one former minister to 75 years.
But for Liberia, is it possible?
Where you get it from?
Like the poor man or those outside the structure of government can be handled with emphasis and
If I not go to America, billionaires, millionaires, some of them are still languishing behind bars. Some of the superstars, you myself growing up watching them on television. Some of the actions that they took today. You know how long we dance our getting music? Where is he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you paying your own tax.
Where's Pop Daddy?
The Puffy Coon.
And these are worthy people.
But Liberia, it's difficult to see that those people.
But we copy after that country to everything.
We copy what?
Then when it comes back,
a wrong thing they take.
They like come and ask. The world superpower look at the man, the position on the man. For the same thing that you persecuted the man for.
Mm-hmm.
Then go to tell America, say, man, you have to send them on the man.
Yeah, that's
but man, nothing more. I don't want to say.
If the other people can see from outside, say the person involved in these things, those section of the person, and you investigate the person inside, see the person is being free, then not tell the world that he's free.
Let the government of Liberia say to the United States that you wrongly put sanction on Samuel 12. They men did not commit the things that you said he did.
Sure.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Sam. Testimony Adrian. I'm all from Jacob. Thank you again for your talking.
Go to the point. You go and say things I know you're going to say. Go to the point.
You know, whereby at the Temple Church here, the people have certain ranking, each leader to the Temple Church, the other of the Temple Church. They say, let justice be done to all men. Later became to accept. They say we need to teach it. And say, let justice be done to all. But in my mind, I do believe that they need to change that let justice be done to all to let justice be done to all rich people or all people that have money. Because let me tell you this, people that are in high position within this country, they are using such a position to marginalize other people. You know, this country would be better. On a serious note, Nigeria would be better because we will continue to talk. We will continue to talk until this country be a good country. There will come a time that the same day people feel within themselves that they are then backed by law. Let's almost say that where their right stop is where other people's rights begin from. So everybody that gets incorporated in this country at the detriment of the ordinary life.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah, not when you say good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Greg Kamara, and I call you guys this morning from Queensland. And let me appreciate you guys so much for your extended conversations. So, you know, my friend want to the issue that I have with the concessions in our country. You know, I listen to my colleague, former Emmanuel Joe. He's my brother, long time, right? So when I'm talking about the issue the general story.
Can you please stick with the conversation with the human? I hope you are listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, please stick to the conversation.
Yeah, so I thought to give him a full party because I'm from 21 county. We have a job situation.
Stick to the conversation. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please go ahead.
I'm doing great. You know, we ordinary citizens, we can sit down and feel and see and smell our appointed and elected officer being corrupt. The man will be represent. The man will be living with us. He will not buy a house for 100,000 each. But as soon they appoint him to be deputy minister or director, then he buy a house for 150,000, where he was sitting with us and never had that kind of thing. The ordinary people know they corrupt people, but when it comes to the judges, brother, we are going down in the hole. I'm a victim of it. Just 4 days back, I was to the court just to get lawyer. The man charged me 500. Where do I get the 500 before the man can start pleading for me? I have been in court from 2021 on a land case. Up to now, the case are going to land authority. We file it to land authority. Up to 2 days, we can't even get a redress, and the man is working every day on the land. So in 15 years to come, when we win that case, you think I will allow that land, I will allow us to be there. If I get money, I will bring chaser and chase the wall and bring that entire house down because of the judicial system of this country. Look, we are not accusing the full branch of government to be corrupt, but because of putting poor people in position. When we put poor people in position, we buy corruption for our country. The man can control 100,000, then you get a man $9 million budget to control. The man become crazy, stupidly crazy. The man ride 200,000 car. What do you expect for the ordinary person to get out of the judicial branch? Nothing else. If you go to the court now, because the law get money. So you find most of the young people pulled into that place with a corrupt mindset. If I judge their case, I get 13 plan, I'll get $5,000. I'll pay my house straight. It's very wrong. The mentality of the young people, the older people is wrong. Okay. We're not speaking about this former finance minister issue, but there have been issues surrounding other people, other things. You will hear about $5.7 million.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's talk to this caller. 0775-919-919 to this caller on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Well, we can't complain.
Looking at that, we're discussing this issue of justice system produce transparency. They are not. When we had a $100 million case, that case where when you got people who in this Nigeria and don't have integrity for themselves, they don't give respect to what they occupy. That's what happening. Our own sister, one guy in this was trying to behave like a year, who will make a 10 to off of that. That guy free is what we don't know how the case went today. So there's so many things in this country because our justice, when you have confidence, doing great, doing well, it is that justice system is intact. The way here is what they are doing, they are doing extra things. Not the extra they do, there's probably no party there, or not doing extra things there for them because the justice system, the justice system, that's the reason why they are doing great. Even the investors who enter the country, they do that, these people, they are now up for joke. But because our justice system is on them, so that's the reason why you see our country continue, we will fight, we will not fight because we will not be successful because the thing was supposed to guard us, our justice system, they are not portraying on that, they are only on to steal the justice system now. Just like other saying that people who it should be for the rich people, justice for the rich and for the poor. Let it be saying that. Then we know that when we go to this country here, when you don't get money in your house, then we know that justice only for the rich in this country, not for the poor. Thank you, you guys. Good morning.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
morning.
All right. Not too changing for the full topic of me. Thank you for the topic on the discussion this morning. We see this justice system of the country. It's just looking at money demand, and that full mentality in the field. And that money man is soon. All the other people who himself put out a lawyer who win weapon in 20 shots. But that movement, that what happened in the country. Thanks. Jamaica party, I'll do it that. You'll take issue as you say. But two money then so you'll take your video. So I everything everybody will pray for everybody will be better and everybody will be better. Thank you for having me this morning.
Thank you for Nima always. Good morning. Let's talk to this
line.
You're live. 0775 919 919 0880 919. Let's talk to this caller on the line. You're live.
Yes, thank you.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm sorry for our country. We have taken this partisanship to the courts. Once you are a member of this party, the other party will say that one member there would have made sure he gets free, even though that person had to finish acting in the country. Now what happened in the past case? Somebody signed for money, signed a check, what that kind of money. During 2023, when nothing was going on, like security, classified security operations in the country. What was going on for which you have to set such a high, huge money like that they took him and they then kill it and then went scot-free, nobody, and people are happy. Our very selves are happy that the man got free. It's always better if better for like I was thinking about that. Oh, I was thinking about it.
Okay.
But yeah, I was thinking about it. It's so unfair.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, Nathaniel, welcome to the line. My name is Ishmael Kamara. You know, the issue that is at hand is very much important for us to talk about. For me, each time I listen to people talking about the court system, concession in our country is bad, one thing that comes to my mind is that I realize that there's a leadership gap in our country. And so, like the last time, I've monitored Nathaniel discussing the statement coming from our ambassador, Shenku Yate, where you were accusing people in Italy that no concessions come to Africa, they fail to live up to, agreement terms and conditions. No, gentlemen, the reality is that we are our own problem. And I think we should be able to say these things to our leaders. And in my mind, there's a need for us to be able to train our new generation that coming up beyond. In schools, let people be able to talk about integrity. Let people be able to be taught about being able to be a good leader. Let the young generation be school in leadership. Because there's a gap in leadership around here. That's the very reason why, like I heard Emmanuel George, he was speaking about the issue of Channel Union concession there, where he is hailed from. I mean, the place is vulnerable. You can understand that. I was actually in sympathy when you look at from 21 countries, we have similar situation right now with King John. I mean, it's bad that people are following formula who is primarily serving as concession chair at the level of the Capitol building.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. And I speak from Thursday.
Go ahead, sir.
The system of justice in our country has, if one can say over and over and it cannot be overflow, it can harm the system. That's the system of this Europe system. They need to stop up this Europe system and put in the requisite people in the right system. What I mean by that? You have a case that is a financial issue. Those who are financially well in this area of Europe, that they even the marketing of the city, so as to come over a credit
Thank you. Thank you for being part of the conversation. Good morning.
Good morning, Wiggy.
Good morning.
Good morning to my sister. People of man as well. Very good day, man. But we have another day in the future. Yeah, thank you very much for this. I think I made you. Hello.
You have to be audible. Be audible.
Yeah, you getting me well?
Go ahead. Okay. Let's go off the line. Let's talk to this caller of your life.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to Nat and good morning to my great African people. I'm here in Ghana, Smith, let me say this today. For me, I'm on speaking this morning. I'm not sure no justice system in this country because the justice system in this everywhere has seen all the politics. You know, when you go to that food there, everybody got on the Pakistan. They will call you, say, oh, my man, I can't order that. But when you read a kid, it is still of me. It will win, it will be more for the party, it will be more for you, and that will myself. So everywhere in the justice system, I see all the politics. Nobody has choices. For me, I'm not sure the justice system no longer exactly get I join the justice system. Last name is lie and trust. Yes, John, nobody can go and come and be asked me what is there for me. I can go and when they go to do what they can try that kid, they will ask you for this amount of money. If you don't get it, forget that kid will send your door. So what the other do get it justice system go to I join the food. I join nobody can go to everybody can hold that kid because for that people will go to them. So I thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, God, Anthony Zumba, thank you.
You're welcome, Chief.
Thank you so much. That's not bad. One thing we need to remember is that in Babylon, the same people that stay here, the same people that say Hosanna, Hosanna, is the same people that say crucify. The same people that we have 2018, it is the same people we have people following again. So nothing changed. Those that cry for the system to change, the government call them cry for the system to change and let them out and still remain those guys who spoil the system before. And yet they're there. So nothing changing there. Then look at the DA. The DA have a lot of losses in the past regime. We cry on them, we cry on the evil all by which it was some all do the Lord, the Lord, that system, we all cry to have that system refused. And the government never listen to all the past regime, never listen to us. They want to choose a policy. The issue that just happened on the 270,000 case at the Bureau. That case that only happened. Where is the professional center of the LGU? That investigation? Because they are still into the system. Those are just candidates who live into the state of the PA and they are never of the Bureau. So they can't change anything there. That is the same system I'm going on with all the repairs. That's the same system I'm going to Chamber of Justice. So our government will need to re-bring the issue of the judicial system to have the right thing to do in this country. If now we still cry the same thing over and again. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me take this call. Go for a break. Good morning. Let's talk to this caller on the line. You're live.
Good morning, Wiggy. Good morning, now.
Good morning.
This is the one that I praying on the whole road this morning.
You're welcome.
You know, one time I texted one Indian guy in my car. He said, you know what? Our people bring us, they put food for us, they give us food to sell, we pay that money back. But what happened is, when I pull up in that store, and then they see my money, I take it to the justice system, the justice will not tell me right, then will pay, the bank will allow me to pay that money back, now I'll be left with nothing. So, in short, you know, the justice system really is trapped in this country. Because they tell me that the institution is telling us wrong back. Cases are going to spend for 2 months, 3 months in court. Now, it was spent 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. What's that? Someone credit money, but someone put money, something like you will carry
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Let me take this call. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello? Yeah, good morning, Ricky.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. How you post that out and how to tell me?
Thank God.
Weekend now, you know, there is something that we as a nation, as a country, we really lacking of, and then they continue to destroy the country. The country is not progressing. It will not progress because number one, the system that been built on foundation of the country is the system is that kind of way in the sense that the law to work on only people that sitting in the hands of power.
But what we talk about, my brother, is not just today. It's something that has happened in time past. Government come, government go. That Liberia has experienced in the justice system.
Exactly so. Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Look, the thing is, once you see a government coming power, the government decides to work the law in our favor. We will not. The law will not work for the country to be better for everyone. Just you see, the government will always come home. You will always see you got the judges in the courtroom. They all of them got political parties. They are defending all and you know if your father your government kind of power,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being part of the conversation. This is the morning ride, and this is where we are. You know, we want to look at something this morning, especially looking back. What has gone wrong? Ambassador, you know, you get called by yesterday, massively campaign across the length and breadth of this country to have this government into place.
Sure.
Today, the marriage have gotten sour. They are falling apart. As things are, they have lost his position in government. He ran against the previous government. He got elected, defeating some of the very high-profile folks in the race. The government that he brought to power, combined with other folks outside, they have expelled him. You know, but look back and hear some of the things he said a few years back.
Because of the blessing of our uncle. Today is an historical day, right? Today is an historical day for the opposition, right? You know, when my uncle was speaking, his wife put the gift on. When the last person in waiting was speaking, his wife put the gift on. So I brought my uncle will speak over me. We just spent a few days. If you running up and down, she tell you and Mema prison. You took that money. Where the late boss say he refused to give out the money before they still the money go already. You will explain, you'll get tired. I will fire you. Telling that the reason why I will fire you. I respected you. I call you sister-in-law. When you look at me, like in the fight for what you are enjoying, what you are benefiting from, I was never on committee. Just sat down there because of the position Fonati gave you. People decided to fight Fonati. Fonati was never in front of Nukwe there. But because Nukwe fell within himself, that Fonati empowered you to go for him. And what Fonati lost his job today. Because of you. You one of them. Ellen. You not know I fought for. Say you not know I stood and fought for you. You go take money to sell to take me for capital. And we just stay a few days. And she running up and down. She carry you and Mema breeze there. You took that money. Where the late boss say he refused to give out the money before they say number 10 go already. You will explain your get tired. I will fire you. Telling that the reason why I will fire you. I respected you. I call you sister-in-law. When you look at me, like in the fight for what you are enjoying, what you are benefiting from, I will never on committee. Just sat down there because of the position Fonati gave you. People decided to fight Fonati. Fonati was never in front of Nukwe there. But because Nukwe fell within himself, that Fonati empowered you to go for him. And what Fonati lost his job today. Because of you. You one of them. Ellen. You don't know how I fought for. Say you not know I stood and fought for you. You go take money to sell to take me for capital building. You feel it. I will fight any at all. I will fight President Cooper. That one I pass around taking money and acting as a building DA headquarters. You, why me, Jerry Yobo, I will fight you. I will fight you. You just another crook. Musa Berete was jail for you. Let me tell you something today. Now what Musa Berete was finding a way to take you from CFC. And when I have a looking, Musa Berete took advantage of that situation to take you from CMC. Because you got another crook. You better go back there and be Suzuka and go pay the money there. Jason number 12. And you hear? Let Joseph Morgan go run campaign for you. I will run campaign against you. Every day the government making me popular. I let the way looking every day. Looking sorry for. I can get sorry for. You know who can get sorry for? The person that hungry and can get sorry for. Since 2001, 2007, I put my hand, I got involved in politics. As the part this number 10, they will tell you that you're getting hungry. You know you're getting hungry. You think I'm going to go to Rachel Compare before I be?
All of you played a very important role to ensure that I was released from the Memorial Center Prison under illegal incarceration by Mr. Waka. Let the message out. What we did that led to our illegal sentencing of 30 days at the Memorial Center Prison. Our sentencing was by Mr. Waka because he felt threatened by our presence and the criminal proceeding. We went simply to provide solidarity with Samuel Twain. And Mr. Waka was threatened at that, so he immediately instructed members of the judiciary to ensure that we were arrested. In fact, the main target was having reset. Having reset, there was clear instruction from Mr. Waka to have having reset arrested and sent to jail. But as trained as we are, we cannot say.
We all know these African political African bodies. Monsignor Kaba is an intellectual par excellence, a political and female gladiator. As a matter of fact, this party respects women involvement and participation in terms of policy and decision-making processes. The young people anywhere in Unity Party have never been given opportunity and space to tell you how the citizens of the Democratic Party internalized through strategic involvement of women's participation. So, comrade, permit me to ask for indulgence to please stand and ask the comrades to reduce the temperament of the battleground because we want the message to be very sounding, clear, and conspicuous. Comrade, we have the president of the full bench of the National Executive Committee, presided by Comrade President and Excellency George Manawiya, chaired by Comrade Chairperson of the Independent Coalition for Democratic International, Dr. Go. And we are all
So, for your allegation, are you saying that Representative Thomas Koswa and others brought this company to exploit the citizen, that after when he lost election, he can work with the company to erase?
Thank you! I said that. Whenever I go to jail, I will be free. For 90 years, I will be free. I will not die in the jail. I know my friends that behind me, they will free me. And now, as I'm speaking, for Eke, we don't want no more Eke.
Why would you like to, or what would be your call to your lawmaker? You have a lawmaker to intervene.
He the West man in the district. The West, I say the Western man, he the West.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he encouraged those, they don't go ask people to come and
do you think that the lawmaker will side with people to marginalize his people?
Yes. Then why did they get to our phone?
Have you ever called upon him?
Many times. Even when we know nobody can ask the organization.
I cannot believe it. I will never be. So, I will be in the district. So, what he do is this. He said it for who? When Father to bring the extra company, whenever he lose the job, he and other will work with the extra company. Now, as I'm speaking, please, I'm a champion. They are coming to work with extra on the company.
So, for your allegation, are you saying that Representative Thomas Koswa and others brought this company to exploit the citizen, that after when he lost election, he can work with the company to erase?
Thank you! I said that. Whenever I go to jail, I will be free. For 90 years, I will be free. I will not die in the jail. I know my friends that behind me, they will free me. And now, as I'm speaking, for Eke, we don't want no more Eke.
Why would you like to, or what would be your call to your lawmaker? You have a lawmaker to intervene.
He the West man in the district. The West, I say the Western man, he the West.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he encouraged those, they don't go ask people to come and
do you think that the lawmaker will side with people to marginalize his people?
Yes. Then why did they get to our phone?
Have you ever called upon him?
Many times. Even when
the reason why we're going to the ruling party, I don't want to have people in the ruling party. I support them go and go to I don't need to see them, but the wrong must be liberated. If the opposition is not coming to liberate the wrong, they do not have a support. I don't say everything I think about. I'm going to say I have to do it. So I mean, the people in the opposition, the people are suffering, they get back. Challenge, I mean, members keep suffering them. The people are being suffering. If I don't see them in the opposition,
born. I'm born there. Man, the third song. So, Deputy, the men are ready for briefing.
Right. We're not coming to repeat ourselves, right? We're not coming to castle it again the same way we started it, we're going to end it the same way. We went back because a journalist came and said, want to do for us. I was saying, respect. Yeah? Habib, right. As we were saying, respect is the order of the day. If I respect my commander, it is his country commander, he will respect me. If the director respect the operation respect me, and I respect him. So we need to respect one another. That goes to the various details. I said we're just repeating because we got a journalist that wanted to cover what we were saying here. So let us know ourselves. Let us know how to speak to one another. Gossip kills institution. Gossip kills institution. You know why? When everybody is a lockerhead, everybody doing their own thing, it will be because of gossip. But if we go together, we can be a unifying force, right? We'll arrest, right?
Yes, sir.
And our in-objective is what? Who can tell me? The in-objective of DEA. Thank you.
Don't open your
make sure that you make this nation, it's not just free, but minimize it. Make sure at the very checkpoint, checking it totality. Make sure you go at the bottom. No drug dealer. People don't put drugs on the surface or don't look at who's carrying. Why would they do it? They will always have it at the inner cycle of what they carry. They got a lot of concealment. Different concealment methods. So you gotta use your intellect. You gotta know what you have been trained to do. So if the man is traveling with a goose, you stop him or you stop the car, make sure you go under the car, the door of the car. If you open the door, you can see it. You can see it coming on the clock in there. You can open up as a carrying area. You can also carry drugs in those areas. Those guys see the whole dark bowl. They go carry drugs there. You gotta be very careful as how you go on with your search. Please let us know ourselves. Know that self highly important in society. If you know yourself, you wouldn't do anything different. So thank you. We don't want to take no long time because the sun is burning you. Thank you for coming. Go at your preferred checkpoint. Make sure you do those things that we're telling you here to do. Don't go there and do different things. If you go there and do different things, the stroke of the pen, say the hell office. If it were you, what you say there? Well, I told you, anything that happens at your favorite details, inform us what first. Do not call headquarters. Headquarters will not be the one to call us. That means that we're not on top of our beings. We should be on top of it because headquarters get to know. Thank you. Yes? Amen.
And the term song by Red Rice. South East. Another back. Enough is enough. I'm not telling you go hustle for money and bring it for me. I'm not telling you go and go look for food for me. I'm not telling you go beat people on the street. get on the street, be a professional. Take your own set time. Do your intelligence. Don't jump in somebody's house. Before you go in somebody's house, you should carry legal instrument. Don't go in somebody's house in the name of DA. They need to go look for your full money. When we discover you, we'll get you here for us. Do I have my side clear? Yes, sir. Do I have my side clear? Yes, sir. I'm not saying go look for money for me. I'm not trying for money business. I'm not trying for food business. I'm not trying for labor business. When you get on the street, what you will do on the street, you will be held responsible for your own action. My daughter not tell me I'm going to look for food money. My daughter not say I'm going to go just somebody food on the street. They not tell me I will join somebody labor shop in the name of DA. Then I start taking people to this. When you're talking, I will call you over so you can tell all what you really explain behind there. Fuck our 4 year line. That's like you. Why you play for us? Let's get it on. Show. We go that day. Small. Start racking. Small. Talking position. Small. Who could tie? Right. Where are you? The bars are wearing. It's a professional badge. Everything I will do, we are professional people. DA, not yesterday, DA. When you go in the corner, you do your arrest, you take the people money, you take their food, when I can reach up, finish. In the 700, 101, 02, all this direction is under harassment. Beating people on the streets is not part of us. We're working for the citizen. So when we go on the field, we arrest the guys, arrest them politely. When you go down there, you fight that man. Drugs already finish the man. Then you fight the man. You know what will happen to you next? When you kill that man, my brother, we will summon you to court. He is not telling you to go and beat somebody. He is not telling you to go on the street to take people food. We're not telling you go take people food. We're not telling you go in somebody's liquor shop and go drink it. Go in the bar, you go and enjoy yourself. You have my sack clear? Yes, sir. You have my sack clear? Yes, sir. Are you motivated? Dedicated. Are you motivated? Dedicated. Here's a 1 pound. Here's a 2 pound. Now go there. Man, the third, sir. So, Deputy, the men are ready for briefing.
Right. We're not coming to repeat ourselves, right? We're just coming to incarcerate again the same way we started here, we're going to end it the same way. We went back because a journalist came and said, we want to do for us. I was saying,
As we're saying, respect, respect, respect. Yeah? Habib, right. Then as we're saying, respect is the order of the day. If I respect my commander, it is his country commander, he will respect me. If the territory respect, the operation respect me, and I respect him. So we need to respect one another. That goes to the various details. I said we're just repeating because we got a journalist that wanted to cover what we were saying here. So let us know ourselves. Let us know how to speak to one another. Gossip kills institution. Gossip kills institution. You know why? When everybody is a lockerhead, everybody doing their own thing, it will be because of gossip. But if we hold together, we can build a unifying food, right? We'll arrest, right?
Yes, sir.
And our in objective is what? Who can tell me? The in objective of DEA.
Society.
Thank you.
Don't open your
Make sure that you make this nation, it's not just free, but minimize it. Make sure at the various checkpoint, checking a totality. Make sure you go at the bottom. Don't drug dealer. Stupid to put your on the surface or look at things you carry. Why would they do it? They will always have it at the inner cycle of what they carry. They got a lot of concealment. Different concealment methods. So you gotta use your intellect. You gotta know what you are trying to do. So if the man is traveling with a goose, you stop him or you stop the car, make sure you go under the car, the door of the car. If you open the door, you can see it. You can see it turn on the clock in there. You can open up as a carrying area. You can also carry drugs in those areas. Those guys say, the whole dark bowl, they go carry drugs there. You gotta be very careful as how you go on with your search. Please let us know ourselves. Know that self highly important in society. If you know yourself, you wouldn't do anything different. So thank you. We don't want to take no long time because the sun is draining you. Thank you for coming. Go at your favorite checkpoint. Make sure you do those things that we're telling you here to do. Don't go there and do different things. If you go there and do different things, the stroke of the pen.
In removing former President George Weah and what is now being said about the man that this man massively campaigned, the length and breadth of this country to bring to power. Today, he's been expelled and is on a campaign trail that the United Party, or if President Boakai decides to contest for re-election, he should not be re-elected. And this is the fight. Ambassador, here is the question. With all of what was being said at the time, when he was in opposition, as he referred to it, and has joined, he's gone back and wanting this government not to be re-elected, but has also pointed finger and accused his colleagues of taking bribe to have him removed. And that's why we always ask the question, do we have a united opposition front, or do we have folks who are united outside of the ruling establishment? Because some of the folks that you get now accusing are folks who are not from the ruling party.
Sure.
Did he really break the law that they saw it prudent and acted on him, or you think that they were induced in the process to have done what they did to him? If he's been advocating, what becomes of district number 10 now? By elections.
And by the way, he's still saying that he is the legitimate lawmaker of District 10.
But yet, your office is slack. You went to renew your diplomatic passport. You were not given such. You went there and did not go to your office. You know, is this a concern to the people of district number 10 to know where they are? Because there are a lot of things happening. Lawmakers are returned. Matters being discussed. What happened to them?
And you know, before that departure, one of their kind was sent to a committee room for the alleged comment towards the House of Corruption. Accusing them that they were corrupt. They signed a budget, or they signed issues based upon what they receive. And also on that, you remember that the ambassador of La Shekuyate was also invited. A statement being made.
Ambassador, Dieke has repeatedly stated, even from the past, that lawmakers, they are corrupt. Let me take you back just before we even go to the lights. This was said before even former president, before President Vargas became president.
The opposition must vote together. One political party cannot win the people that are so desperate to be re-elected. Because the people remain in power, forgetting that God will eat.
Office. Indeed, were you when you say that? Well, I told you anything that happens at your favorite details. Inform us what first. Do not call headquarters. Headquarters will not be the one to call us. That means that we're not on top of our beings. We should be on top of it because headquarters get to know. Thank you. Yes? Amen. Thank
And the term soon, by red rice, south east, another back. Enough is enough. I'm not telling you go hustle for money and bring it for me. I'm not telling you go and go look for food for me. I'm not telling you go beat people on the street. When you get on the street, be a professional. Take your own set time. Do your intelligence. Don't jump in somebody's house. go in somebody's house to carry legal instrument. Don't go in somebody's house in the name of DA, they will look for your full money. When we discover you, we'll get you here.